The story opens with a man being chased by a gang of armed men near New Orleans. One armed man in particular, carrying a high-tech crossbow, seems intent on killing the man himself. The man being chased reaches the river and runs across a wooden boat dock but is shot twice by the man with the crossbow. One of the bolts hits him in the chest, and piercing his military dog tags, and he falls between the slats and into the water. His body is pulled from the river and one of the gang chasing him, Pick Van Cleef, cuts a money belt from around his waist. The gang's leader, Emile Fauchon, asked the man hunting the victim the experience lived up to his expectations, and the man says it has. A young woman, Natasha aka Nat Binder, arrives in town from Detroit looking for her father, the man who was killed by the hunters. She searches for him at local missions and soup kitchens. Her father was an unemployed manual laborer who was also a U.S. Army veteran. Nat is unable to find out anything and goes to the French Quarter. At a seedy diner, she pays for her breakfast and is careless about concealing the money she has in her wallet, which is seen by several rough-looking goons. When she goes outside to her car, they attack her with the intention of robbing and raping her on the street. A man named Chance Boudreau, who was also in the diner, beats them on severely, demonstrating high skill in hand-to-hand combat and martial arts. He tells Nat that she needs to be more careful in New Orleans. Nat asks him to be her escort while she searches for her father. Chance turns her down, saying he's a stevedore and will have to leave on a ship soon. On the New Orleans docks, Chance is being told he can't work unless he pays his back union dues. Natasha arrives, looking for him, and tells him she'll pay him to help her find his father. Chance accepts. Chance suggests they talk to the police. However, Nat is reluctant since she already reported her father's disappearance and the police seemed unwilling to do very much. Chance and Nat talk to a homicide detective, Marie Mitchell, who only has scattered the evidence to work with. However, Nat's father's remains have been discovered in a burnt-out warehouse. Because he was homeless, it is assumed that he'd been squatting and was the victim of an unfortunate accident when the place burned down. Chance goes there and finds one of her father's dog tags. Curiously, there is an odd hole in it. Chance is attacked by two thugs who tell him to stop asking questions about Binder's death. He eventually overpowers them and is arrested for trespassing. He's taken to Mitchell and Nat and tells them that Binder's death was not accidental and he was definitely shot by a sharp-edged weapon, given the strange hole in his dog tag. One of the men who knew Nat's father as a veteran and from the homeless missions, Elijah Roper, reveals that Binder had been passing out flyers for a sleazy local brothel owner, Randall Poe. Poe had also been working secretly with Fauchon and Pick, recruiting destitute men for their own business. The two give rich men the chance to hunt human beings in various locations around the world for a price tag of $500,000. New Orleans has been their most recent base. Because the police have found Binder's body and are investigating his death as homicide, Emile and Pick go to Poe's office and torture him in order to find out how much Poe told the police. Pick uses a pair of scissors to cut off one of Poe's earlobes and threatens to kill him if he's forced to come back. Chance later drops in on Poe while he'd getting a massage and works him for over information about Nat's father. Chance find out that the city coroner, Morden, is cover up the murders committed by Fauchon and his men. Fauchon and drops in on Morden at his home, where he's burning medical records in his fireplace. He'd previously informed Fauchon that Mitchell had ordered Binder's body to be re-examined. The doorbell rings. The doctor looks through the spy hole in his front door and is immediately shot by Pick. Fauchon tells Pick that, due to the increased police attention, they'll conduct one last burnt in New Orleans and leave for Eastern Europe where they can work for years under a lower profile. Poe, having employed Roper for some time, asks him if he wants to work for a $10,000 salary. Roper accepts. Meanwhile, Fauchon and Pick meet with another client, demanding payment for the game up front and arranging for a human quarry. Roper meets with Fauchon and Pick at an abandoned train yard, is given the $10,000 in cash in a money belt and is given a head start, and just like Nat's father was. If Roper can reach the river, he'll be free and can keep the money. He is hunted through a cemetery, bullied in every direction by Fauchon, his crew and the clients. Roper is able to hide briefly and attacks his would-be killer, seizing the man's automatic rifle and shooting him. He shoots briefly at Fauchon's crew and runs when the rifle is empty. Fauchon approaches his client, and kills him, knowing he already has the man's fee in the bank. His goons continue the chase, finally cornering Roper on a busy street in the city. Roper tries to get someone to help him, but most people avoid him because he's homeless. Roper is finally gunned down by Fauchon's crew. Pick retrieves the belt containing the money. Chance and Nat meet again with Det. Mitchell. They are informed of Roper's disappearance and go to the French Quarter to talk to Poe. Poe, while packing to leave town, is met by Pick, who kills him with a shotgun. While on the street, they are attacked by Pick and the several of Fauchon's thugs. Mitchell is hit and killed by gunfire. Chance commandeers a motorcycle from one of the thugs he incapacitates, and he and Nat take off with Pick in pursuit. They make it to a highway overpass where Chance unloads Nat. He races back towards one of the pursuing SUVs, jumping off the bike, over the roof of the truck and landing safely behind it. He opens fire with a pistol, igniting the gas tank, and the truck explodes. Still being chased by Fauchon's crew, Chance and Nat leap over the side of the overpass and land in a cargo car of a moving train. Fauchon tells Pick they'll hunt Chance through the bayou and that he should get move men to join them. Chance and Nat make their way through the bayou. At one point, Chance catches a rattlesnake that was going to bite Nat. He bites the rattles off the snake's tail and plants it in a tree, creating a booby trap. Not long after, one of Fauchon's henchmen triggers the trap and the snake bites on the face. Fauchon and Pick seem pleased when they realize that Boudreaux will be a formidable quarry. Chance and Nat evade Fauchon's crew and retreat to Chance's uncle Duvey's farm in the bayou. Chance gets the shotgun from he'd been keeping at Duvey's and tells his uncle about his plan to lead them to Tay Mardi Gras Graveyard, an abandoned factory where the floats used in the Mardi Gras parade in New Orleans are stored. Chance rides out on horseback while Nat stays with Duvey. When Fauchon and his men arrive at Duvey's, they trigger another booby trap that blows up Duvey's cabin and kills several of them. Duvey sends Nat to contact the sheriff, while he rides after Chance. Chance leads Pix to the Mardi Gras graveyard. Chance uses the factory to hide and attack Fauchon's men. In the large warehouse used to store the floats, Chance takes out several more of Fauchon's men. Chance and Pick find themselves in a standoff that Chance wins when he shoots Pick dead. Nat and Duvey catch up and help Chance take out several more of Fauchon's party. Duvey is wounded, non-fatally, and Fauchon finds Nat and holds her hostage, forcing Chance to drop his shotgun. The two fight hand-to-hand for several minutes until Chance, using a grenade, beats Fauchon down. He drops the live grenade in Fauchon's pants and headbutts him back. Fauchon fumbles for the grenade, even managing to remove the fuse, however it goes off before he can render it completely inert and he's killed. Chance reunites with Nat and Duvey and the three leave. The end. And that's a wrap on our film recap journey. If you enjoyed the unraveling cinematic secrets, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more film insights, and share your favorite moments in the comments. Until the next reel starts rolling, this is Adrian Film Recap signing off. Happy watching, movie buffs.